Hey guys, so today we are building a wrist wrench. If you haven't seen it before, I'll put a little link up in the top here. Really good for training wrists. Slopers are one of my weaknesses, compression moves, things like that. So this month I'm going to be doing a lot of training around my slopers, trying to improve those. We've got a little bit of a power training series going at the moment, so I'll be integrating it with that. But one of the tools I'm going to build is this wrist wrench. So stay with me. We don't need much. We've got some PVC pipes. We've got some rope, some cord. You don't need climbing rated stuff, just stuff from the local hardware store is fine. And I'm hoping all we need is a saw and a drill. So I'll get to it, stick with me, we'll see how we go. So we're going to measure out our wrist wrench to be about 25 centimeters long. So I'll measure them all out here and then I'm going to cut them with the saw. Super easy. So we've got the two wrist wrenches here. All we're going to do now is drill some holes straight through each of these so that we can connect our tape and get the wrist wrench action going. So let's get into it. So we've got our basic wrist wrench set up here. You can see as this load is coming down, this is going to rotate due to the way that the tape is rolling off the side of it. All we need to do now is one more hole in the middle here, run a tape through the middle. That's something that we can attach our weights onto. So the reason we do this bottom piece is so that it keeps the tape away from the hands as you're holding the device. If you were to bring it down into the weight here, these would be starting to get in the way of the hands and coming in along that. You could do a really long tape down or a really wide device, but that starts to become impractical for other reasons. So using the original wrist wrench sort of setup here, they put a lot of thought into theirs and it works well for a reason. So if I could get one in Australia I would, but otherwise we're making our own. So I just tried it out and the cord that had the loading pin on it was a little bit too long. Had to use too much sort of elbow flexion to get off the ground. So all I've done is just shorten that a little bit so that you can just attach a carabiner with a sling. I think that's more versatile and a little bit easier. So we whack that on there. We roll it up like that. You can have it slightly longer or shorter, doesn't really matter. We've only got about 10 kilos on that one at the moment. But even still, yeah, you really have to use that wrist, those wrist flexors to hold it. So quick update, we just put together the Big Brother version of the original wrist wrench that we just made. This guy here is 80 millimeters wide internally and this one here is about 60 millimeters. So there's a fair bit of difference. Oh, that one is much harder. Slightly different feel than its little brother. I feel like the little brother you can use your fingers a little bit more. With that one, it's just all wrist. So a good maybe intermediate version and then advanced version with the thicker diameter. So I haven't played with those in the gym and let you guys know how it goes. Here's Bridget doing the wrist wrench. 4 kilos. How does it feel, babe?
It naturally is trying to, it's naturally trying to curl my wrist.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
obviously the wrong way.
That's the wrong
It's too
way,
easy.
yeah. And then that way with it falling out of your hand.
Oh.
You can see the strain there on 4 kilograms. I was doing 8 kilograms and that was hard.
Yeah, it's you're forcing my hand to extend.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it neutral, which seems
Yeah. Does it kind of feel like a sloper or like a compression hold?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. But
Yeah.
if you're slipping off the sloper, yeah.
Yeah, and you're just fighting to hold on to it.